All right, hard yarners. Today we were joined by the king of the jungle himself, Luke Toki. But before we talk about what we spoke about in this episode is brought to you by alltradescover.com.au. If you're watching at home, you see behind our wonderful guest there, their logo. All Trades Cover will cover you if you're a tradie, if you're a big business, small business, or a medium-sized business. Any sort of tradie, they're basically going to cover. But the biggest thing that I recommend them for is the fact that the guys who are in the team, they're not just your insurance brokers that you get everywhere. They're basically, a lot of them have been within the trades system themselves. They've been tradies, been in that program. They understand, they speak tradie. So they know what you need to be covered for. They know the accidents that can happen. And they're just well equipped to give you the best advice and the best coverage you can get for what you need. So that's what I love about them. John Elliott. You know John Elliott? Maybe Camel Man walked across the eye patch.
Oh, yeah. I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, so John Elliott, he's the one who owns the company. He's been on the podcast quite a lot. He's a legend and they support us. So if you can support them, at least get a competitive quote. And it helps us. So they're on board for another year. Thanks so much, All Trades. Also, this episode is brought to you by Crafted Finance. So you deal with a bit of housing as well, actually, don't you? So
yeah.
Perfect. If you need a house, if you need a home loan, if you a car loan, business stuff, whatever you need, they're going to be able to help you. The best thing about Crafted Finance is they're going to try and present you the best options possible. They're not just going to try and get you the loan so you fucking in. They want you to be paying, the best. Well, they're going to present you with the options anyway.
Yeah.
It's always up to the person to make that decision, but they will present you all options. They became basically very disillusioned with the banking system and how people were getting fucked over. But instead of leaving that system, they decide, well, how can we help people, do better and get the best deal possible? So they're great people. They're like-minded and they can help you with so much more than loans. So just hit them up when it comes to anything financial. And do you know what I'm going to do next time, Ted, if you're listening, or Zoe, if you're listening, I will come up with a list and I'll read it out exactly what they can help you with your assets and whatnot. And that will be a little more. I'm also going to get him on to talk finance because I think finance may be boring for some people, but learning about your financials.
Everyone needs financial literacy.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't get taught in school.
Exactly.
As we know.
So that'll be really good. I'm excited about that. But this episode, we were joined by the king of the jungle, Luke Toki. What did we talk about, man? Do you recall?
Dude, we had a few, we went left, right, upside down.
We did.
We ended up at talking about goals and life as usual.
Yes,
patting
of course.
on the back about this podcast and how it's still hanging, and you've just killing it.
Yep.
Ghosts, getting attacked by a dog, Survivor, my daughter's journey.
Yeah. Mate, it's a good episode. We covered it all.
Yeah.
So, mate.
I always say it's a bit like a counselling session in here as well.
It's always therapy. Mate, you jump on whenever you want. Delby's away for the next 2 months. So if you want to come on co-host, we'll just talk some shit. But, mate, great episode again. Thanks for joining us. And without further ado, let's get hard.
Let's get hard.
Welcome to Hard Yarns Podcast.
I am fucking fat.
Anything Chris White says, please disregard it.
5D is actually a state of being. It's a unity consciousness.
That was Hard Yarns with me, Frankie Rose. So I'm going to throw it over to your co-host,
Daniel Delby.
And Cameron Brand.
I would do this and then I'd gong.
Free in attendance for the millions listening at home. Let's get hard.
Fuck yeah. Thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah, what's up, brother?
So, hey, how you going? We were just having a bit of a chat prior. Fuck, heavy year, man.
Yeah, it has been a heavy year, man. And it's, it's still current in a way, but things are a lot better than what they were.
Would you, I know you were telling me, but do you feel like talking about what was happening? So we'll maybe give a bit of a rundown for listeners that don't know what was happening with.
Dude, all right, so.
Because it's, just to be frank, it's hard enough. You guys live a pretty challenging life as it is, with what you have to do with the cystic fibrosis and then add in this
Yeah, look, I think, look, to just kind of give it a rundown where people probably don't know that, like, first just have a daughter that had cystic fibrosis, and that comes with its challenges, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a, you know, the topic talking about sick kids. It's like, you know, it's like a, you know, no one kind of wants to listen to it or hear about it, but at the same time, because we know it's, you know, it's
a thing, yeah.
It's a thing that happens in life, right?
Well, man, I every time we have challenges with my daughter or anything like that, I reference you guys as my like point of reference to go, mate. We are lucky.
Yeah.
Like,
well, a lot of people say that. It's like, you know, I feel like I'm still blessed. You know, like it's not the end of the world.
Yeah.
I always look at you know, there's different. You could be healthy and then have like a very traumatic home life, you know?
Yeah,
you just don't even want to go home.
Yeah.
Like, at least my kids, like, probably love being at home. And
Yeah.
you know, they get mum and dad that love them. And
that's great,
I think
yeah.
we're full funny cunts as well. So they got also, like, funny parents that like to have a laugh. And
yeah.
So when I sit there and look at all the negatives of how bad life can be, there's always someone that's got it harder than you.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So, but the story of the actual the medicine side of it, the interesting part where a lot of people are actually quite interested in medicine, even though if you're not a doctor, because we all fall sick, right? That was the crazy part of the story and how you learn, because it's like if your kid has cancer, right? What do you become? Like a nearly a professional in that style of sickness, right?
Yeah.
But in our case, it's been cystic fibrosis. So to learn about that was interesting. But you know, that, like, you know, I had my eldest son. He was diagnosed with autism, so that was, you know, challenging learning that, which is all good, man. Like, he's killing it now.
Yeah, man. Like, my daughter's in that same boat.
Fucking miles behind to now, like, probably miles in front.
Yeah. Well,
you know?
we've moved to a specialised school to help just get ahead from where she was, and fuck, man, huge difference.
Oh man, I still if you got kids and you think something's up, most of the time it's like speech or whatever, there's behavior, whatever there is,
there's a few.
I definitely put my money on early intervention,
and I was not against it, but I was of the idea like, nah, she'll develop when she develops.
I was like that till 3.
I was probably like about 4.
Oh yeah. Well, when it's like, I went around to see your kids, mate, and then they're like, hey, Uncle Luke, what's going on? And then you go home and you speak to your kid and he's like, goo gaga. Like, bro, like he was talked alien. He was like 5, man.
Yeah.
And that's when it was tripping me out. I was like, dude, you can't even say mum and dad and 5 years old. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's another story.
Yeah.
But look, just to give it real quick rundown, look, just on the hospital situation is daughter's 5 years old. Last October, gets admitted to hospital with a bowel obstruction. We kind of knew something was up because she's had surgery when she was a baby.
Yep.
You know, and had to have a stoma, which is where they cut the intestines out and make the intestines outside your body and let everything flow well and then join it up. That's as quick as simple. So they put a bag on there.
Yeah, I know it well. That's what, for the listeners, that's what my mum had been going through, the same thing because of her issues.
Yeah, and you'd be surprised a lot of people have, you know, had them because we have bowel issues, right?
Yeah.
That's like we all have bowel issues to some degree, you know. But anyways, and then that just snowballed. We kind of went in there, and then a few days we tried to clear it through the conventional ways, which is like, you know, laxatives, the enema and all this stuff, but nothing was given till we had to have an emergency surgery, which kind of landed on a Saturday midnight. And you know, if you're doing it Saturday midnight, bro, it's an emergency.
It's proper.
Like we watched her go, like, downhill
very quickly.
Yeah, real quick, man. And you know, but anyways, like, you kind of just put the faith in the game and just hope that it's, you know, like, you don't need surgery. Look, the surgery came out, man, and then next minute it just what we thought was going to be a recovery, then just snowballed day after day after day after day. And dude, it was like torture.
Like having a daughter watching some of your stories and sending you a couple of messages, man. It was.
Well, I was
it's
thinking
hard
it was
to
like,
watch.
Dude,
I
I have, like, as I said, I was putting up like, you know, a little bit of just like the basic me holding her hand, and some late night, like, you know, me worried, man. Like the actual
reality,
crazy shit, man, that I've got on my phone is a.
You showed me some stuff before.
Dude, it's like worse than that. Like, it's just like, because I showed you a photo, but then imagine sitting in a room for like 24 hours every day, you know, and you know, you get the rotations of the nurses that come in, and ICU, dude, I'm telling you, if you get to ICU, you want to get the hell out of ICU.
Yeah. It's
not a place you want to be. It means you're there because like they're you know, worried.
Yeah, they're worried. I mean? Yeah.
And it's crazy, like, you know, you meet these other families. We had a family across from us.
Yeah.
That had their child had fallen off a bike and just had a bruised leg, and next minute, like, you know, he kind of went into a coma. Was in a coma for like 70 days.
Fucking hell!
They thought she was going to go, and then they said we're going to have to take out her lung because we couldn't. We're chasing up the blood clots. So they had ripped all her legs open, trying to fix
like
the Yeah, they took the lung out, bro. Next minute, he recovered and survived. Everyone was like, thought it was going to be game over. Anyways, we were still there because we did 250 days or 266 days or something.
Whilst still trying
in the hospital.
So
yeah.
Obviously your daughter's, that's huge for a 5-year-old. Or
yeah, well, you're spending a whole year. You don't go to school.
Yeah,
you know.
So that's big enough for her. And then the parent, you guys have still got you've got two other kids.
Yeah.
So 2 other kids.
Yeah, look, the
functioning and juggling.
Yeah, you juggle it, man. Like, it is what it is. There's some of the guys that work away, you know, do fly-fi. I can imagine having to go back to work because you got a mortgage and stuff. And
fuck, man,
you just have to like put the house up. You know, I don't know.
But how does that how does that make you guys feel as parents watching that? Because I just from the outside, you show me some of that stuff, I'm nearly crying.
Yeah. Well, dude, it was a lot. Dude, I'm telling you, it was probably actually like I've been through I've been through some shit.
Yeah,
like, I'm telling you, I've been through some shit, and it was a lot. Like, you know, it's a different when it's your baby girl, you know.
Mate, it's that thing that you're almost responsible
so staunch,
for them
man.
as well.
Dude, I got a video with her
strength
legit,
of her.
like, sitting there, like, her heart's like pumping out 200. Her fever's like 40. She's swollen like a thing. And I'm like, how you going? And she's like, good. I'm like, bro, like, that's how tough she is, man. Just like, good. I'm like, dude, you're like on the cusp of like calling it a day. And she's still like, all good, you know?
Fuck that. And that's something you see when people are at that stage. Sometimes you see the strength that people have. And and I think that's the reason.
Kids are tough, man. Kids bounce back.
Like,
you know, but they should never go through it, you know. Like,
no, exactly. It's not fair. It's not fair, but
yeah.
mate, that's obviously a challenge to go through. And then was this after the Survivor had been filmed? Because you said it's been
it was
for a while.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's been Survivor's you know, been on ice for a little bit. But it's funny, like, you go out to play Survivor, which is tough as, right? It's actually, you know, you're getting starved and whatever, and then you get back, and then straight away you're in hospital with your daughter nearly like gone. I was like, but she was healthy when I left and healthy when I came back, so it wasn't like I was like leaving, you know. But yeah, man, it was just like, look, spending longer than a week in the hospital is like, you know, you don't really kind of want to, but like when you spend, you know, nearly close to 9 months, whatever, in there.
And you're in there a lot, like
every night,
barely able to sleep. Like you can hear that stoma machine beeping constantly. The TPN, sorry.
Well, I definitely put some hard yards in there. You know,
pun.
Put some hard yards in there, and I wasn't even the one going through it. You know, but you got nurses and. The nurses are amazing, the surgery team. Like, you know, I was butting heads a couple times in there, but that's like if you live with someone. I'm sure if we were living with someone, you'd probably be like, bro, you know, wash your own dishes. Like, when you're living with people, you know, I was pretty chill. I feel like I got along with everyone pretty well.
Yeah.
Even though living.
It's also at the tension that you're and the pressure that you're under as a parent, and then the agony you're in for watching your daughter go through this. At times, I'm not surprised if you fucking snapped at some people and go, fucking.
I had to, there was a couple of times where I was like, man, I need to go for a fucking walk right now before I have an absolute meltdown.
Yeah.
Now.
Oh, mate.
And that probably happened more than 10 times, you know.
But like, how long were you guys in there for? Did you say 200?
260 days. But there was a lot of like trauma nights, you know, nights where it's like you can't even explain. Like there was no sleep. There was just like,
fear,
but, you know,
tears, the lot.
Yeah. And then, look, it was just a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, kudos for you guys, like as parents, getting through that. Obviously, your daughter, that's incredible.
Yeah.
She's, through it to a point, and then
long story. The situation was, she had the bowel obstruction. We, they decided to not do a stoma. Then that kind of resulted in her having a perforation, which then she was, slowly filling up with her own
shit.
She had a drain in her lungs. She had a drain in her stomach. They had this thing called high flow, dude. I hate this shit.
Yeah.
Because she got cystic fibrosis, they do this thing where they stick this like hot air thing up her nose and blow like high pressure hot air into your nose to keep your lungs open.
Man.
Right? So all you can do is breathe out because it's like...
Yeah.
Because it's getting pumped,
Yeah.
Dude, watching that for 12 days was like torture. On top of the being septic and all that other
sepsis
shit,
and stuff
like,
is
filled with
hectic,
shit, man. Like she had a stoma where it's like she had to cut from hip to hip. They had to like cut multiple times with her bowels out, bro. Like it was just like, and then on top of it, then the stoma. Wait, dude, I'm telling you, the stoma was like the worst one ever. I was saying to you, they normally put a bag on it, and it lasts for like 2 or 3 days. But because she got cystic fibrosis and the scar goes from hip to hip and right where the stoma was, there has this big crease that runs across, like, imagine a sticker, and then you got this crease. So what happens is your own intestine juice pours out into the stoma, but then it's got a crease. As soon as it makes its way out of the crease, it ruins the stoma and the stoma falls up.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm talking 20 times a day for about 2.5 months or whatever it was.
Changing.
Like, you're changing her bedding, her clothes. The stoma sometimes takes 40 minutes to change because you got to clean all the shit off everything.
And so she doesn't
And you're
going
to do that 20 times a day. No sleep, bro.
Yeah.
Like 11, 2, 1. All night, all day, bro. Just changing this thing.
And
it was like labor intensive.
Because sleep's obviously a huge thing for recovery as well. So she's not getting any of that. You're not getting any of that.
Like, it was right. Like, look, we would juggle it with the nurses and stuff, and sometimes I was like, do 4 or 5 in a row, and I'm like, no, I can't get it. And someone, when you get the crying baby, you got to give the crying baby to someone else before you throw it.
Yeah. Fuck, man.
But anyways, it snowballed, and then after all that, she had a thing called an NJ, which is like everyone gets an NJ when you go to hospital if you're sick for it in a way. What it does is empty all the bile in your stomach.
Yep.
And that just kind of gives a bit of relief in your stomach. So if you're feeling sick or whatever. But with hers, she had to have a thing called an NG, which is the stomach, and then an NJ, which is the one where you got to feed it like down past the stomach through the intestines, and they drain the intestines as well because her intestines were all big, right?
Yeah.
And then, anyways, like she was still spewing up with the double nose. So imagine like you got two cords down your throat, nose all the way down, and then you're still spewing up with it. Dude, it was like, but bringing it up from low. So that was traumatic in itself.
Man.
But yeah, it was a long trip, man. Like
is she unconscious for a lot of this as well, or is she awake and fully
all awake, yeah.
Fuck, man. Like,
dude, I'd love to, I reckon they would probably do a study with her situation because it was like all the surgeons, everyone knows it's very complex.
Oh yeah, that's what
like
they kept
it wasn't
on
just
saying.
like a straightforward.
Well, they kept on saying that to my mum, obviously with her stuff, but then add in cystic fibrosis.
Yeah.
and she's 5.
Yeah.
So that's...
I used to get pissed off a little bit in there because I used to be like, dude, it's not her lungs. Like, when there's cystic fibrosis, you think it's mucus on the lungs. Your lungs can't clear the mucus. Right? That's what cystic fibrosis is in a way. but it also affects your digestive tract and it's mucus, right? That's why you got this expensive drug that comes out that's like worth $250,000-$300,000 a year that's on the PBS now, right? Mm-hmm. Now that is supposed to clear all the mucus, which technically makes you live, like just like all of us. We have no issues clearing our lungs,
Yep.
But with theirs, it was like always about lungs, and I was like, dude, it's a fucking stomach.
Yeah.
Her bowels have been ripped and cut and filled with shit and like, So it's like if so I used to get a bit frustrated with it because it's like, yes, she has cystic fibrosis, but the problem is she has bowel issues.
Yeah.
And the perforate, if I perforate your bowels, for instance, are you going to be worrying about your cystic fibrosis?
Well, to a point, but no.
No, you'd be worrying about your perforated fucking bowels.
Can you sort this shit? Like, I'll keep on top of that.
That's why.
Yeah.
But man, I'm telling you, it was just a long trip. So anyways, we're out now.
Mate, it's watching her. Did she go on a scooter? Or is that what I seen? Or like she was rolling around in a scooter in the hallways and stuff like that? Mate, watching that, like, again, I think I messaged you straight away. I'm fucking so happy for you. It was genuine moment
with the bounce
happiness.
back, Everyone loves a comeback, Everyone loves a comeback.
Everyone loves a comeback.
And I reckon she brought, like, she's like me, I think, she's funny. She like brings a bit of like, they loved having her on the floor. Yeah. Because she was real sassy.
Yeah.
Like if she like didn't like a nurse or something, like she'd be like, I don't want you as a nurse. You know what I mean? For instance, she's like,
what can she say?
And then she'll have her favorite. Yeah, because that's what, but they were funny, she was always like joking and shit with them. And she was always like bringing a bit of, they probably,
bit of banter.
I think they loved having her there.
Yeah.
Well, they did, you know what I mean? Because we come like family. Like a lot of the, when you spend so long treating a patient, they don't have many long-term patients like that. We watch people come and go.
Yeah. Man, I can't think of anything worse than what you guys have parents and what your daughters had to go through. So that's fucking, mate. I'm so sorry you had to go through it, but great. It's great to see she's on the mend to a point, and things are going a lot better. So.
Yeah.
But back to I guess Survivor and stuff like that, and that's
people will probably want to know what's going on.
Well,
we
got
got
a
a
big
show
we got a big
show going on. Yeah.
So with that all aside, what's going on? So your Survivor's coming up. There's, how many Survivors have you been on?
This will be my third.
Wow.
Yeah, it is pretty wow.
So you've been on what a normal Survivor? You've been on Australia versus no.
Well, this is the first international. That's like it is. It's the first real international season that's ever been done.
Wow. You were on All Stars when
so the All Stars, no, it was just a name of the season.
Okay.
So when they say All Stars, there was a All Stars season where they tried to bring everyone back. Mm-hmm. But the season I was called Champions vs Contenders. So they just brought in 12 celebrities in in different aspects of their craft or whatever. And then I was lucky enough to be the first person to play in that that season. So that was my second. But this one's different. This is a shorter game. This is like less numbers. This is the first international season. This has got like multiple winners: Americans, South Africans, New Zealanders, Sweden.
So they're all guns at the
it's
game.
Australia versus the world. So it's like the best of the Australia team, for instance, against the best of the world where they've all come.
Yeah.
So you got to think like, how is the dynamic going to come? Because these other people haven't played together. Some of the people in Oz have. You know what I mean? Are Oz going to stick it together? Are there going to be we crossing over, man? Like there's all these questions, right? It's like it makes you think like. Is there going to be the New Zealand and Australian alliance? Is there going to be like any issues between other countries?
Yeah.
So it's
is
it's
Pakistan and India in there or what? That would be
Bro, that's what I said.
That'd be an issue.
Yeah.
Or US and fucking Russia,
Israel
maybe.
versus
Ukraine. Fucking hell.
Yeah. Well, I was hoping there's because how there's AI and that these days.
Yeah.
And I got this mad little clip the other day, and I was just playing with it, and as you can change all your words to like a different country.
Oh,
Yeah, and I changed all mine to Chinese, and I was like, dude, that's fucking hilarious. I reckon the Chinese would fucking froth.
Yes. Well, this is what Mr. Beast does.
Yeah, I've seen that. He's doing all his clips, right?
Yeah, so he does it like an English channel
Different
and a Spanish
countries,
channel.
yeah.
He did say his number one ever clip is one that has no words. And it's like a Facebook clip of him
really?
running with bags of cash.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
gets more and more and more and more.
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
trying to see how long he can run for.
Run for it, yeah,
And
wow.
because there's no language barrier with any country, so it would go viral in Australia and England and USA,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then it would go in somewhere in Spain or somewhere in South America or somewhere in Italy or somewhere in China and Japan, like
And
wherever
just-
they've got. Well, probably not China. I don't know if
Yeah.
they're allowed it there, but
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, you reckon?
As far as I'm aware, China's. I don't know if they've got
Not
Facebook.
allowed Bitcoin, not allowed YouTube. To be honest, we're probably not allowed YouTube if you're under 16 soon. You know.
Well, that's coming in. That's coming
is
in.
coming in, yeah.
Soon we'll have to be providing identification. We did a whole episode on that yesterday.
Yeah, I did
So,
ya?
Yeah.
Well, you're like, I don't want to rehash that
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
again.
Oh, but mate, it is a concern. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not. Look,
To be
we've
honest,
got
you get a
kids,
fake
man.
profile, you know.
Yeah. Well, this is it.
Do you know what we call it? A workaround.
Yeah.
There's always a workaround.
There's always
you
a
know what I mean.
workaround.
And if you look hard enough, there's a workaround for nearly everything. Like laws, they call them laws. I call them guidelines.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like because in the end,
There's loopholes.
there is loopholes.
Tax have loopholes. There's
Yeah,
everything.
there's
So
everything, you know?
That's and I said this yesterday. That was my biggest concern with the whole under 16 ban is that every kid will find a way around it. They'll get fake IDs or
dude.
whatever they got to do.
The younger
VPNs.
generation is like way because they're growing up with
exactly.
tech, man.
So all that there's going to be a way around it, and the only way to really police it, eventually they'll end up saying, well, the one thing that's 100% undeniable is a digital identification, and the fear is everyone has to be on digital identification if it's linked to potentially your financial situations, and then my concern long term, and this is like 10 to 15 years down the line, once it becomes normalized, everyone's got the digital ID that's attached to their digital currency. Yeah, they're like, maybe not necessarily the totalitarian sort of state of like, oh, you said something that we don't agree with, we're going to cut off your money, because they can do that anyway. It'd be more like, hey, here we go. Here's your money that you've made this year. Here's that $10,000 that you've been paid for that month or for whatever. That has to be spent in Australia within the next 6 months, like putting a geo location spending requirement on your digital currency, and that would be my biggest concern. Like really limiting what you can, where you can spend it, what you can spend it on. And timelines as well. Oh, we need a certain amount of money put into our economy very quickly. So we're going to put a spending time limit. Everyone who has this amount of money has to be spending it within 3 months, so we get an injection of cash into our. Otherwise, that money's going to be gone. Like these are the things that I think they'll be starting to implement, and that scares me the most. Man.
Yeah, I haven't thought that far.
It's like such a. This is what happens when you've got.
You know what? And when I'm going to go to the ATM with my robot arm.
When we're in when we're all in prisons. But that's that's what happens. I don't think about this shit at home, and I said this yesterday. This isn't my day to day. When I'm on here, I start to have these conversations with everyone, and you start to go, "Fuck, you didn't think about this. You don't think about that." And people who are immensely smarter and thought about this, I don't come up with that idea.
No, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And it's like always, because, you can always go, what was it? In 1990, we're going to have flying cars. And we're going to all this. And I'm like, people, and then all of a sudden I'm watching on the road and people are just on scooters, electric scooters. I'm like,
Could you imagine, though, if we had flying cars? How fucked that would be. Like, we can't drive normally. Like, we can't merge.
We can have flying cars right now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But they're drones, right? Big drones. And they're supposedly noisy.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so how loud would the skies be?
But even if we were having these levitating cars that were all silent and, we can't merge with just two-dimensional traffic.
Yeah.
Like, could you imagine different levels and height systems?
But everything's autonomous.
Yeah, well,
correct. So you wouldn't be driving it.
But then again, I'd go down my conspiracy pathway that, well, if it's all autonomous, they can control where you're going at speeds.
Oh, and that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Everything.
I think
you know
so.
what? It's because people like to be
Yeah.
Do you know what? I like for you to take control.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially in Australia, we seem to be guilty
and
of
if
it.
robo-taxi comes in,
yeah.
dude, we're just going to be sitting in the back seat.
Convenience.
Yeah.
It
Like,
is-
do I
it's
really
convenient.
want some guy driving me that's like, you know, maybe off his head?
Yeah.
You know?
That's exactly. And,
Can't have two of us off our head. God.
And this is where you draw the line because there are positives to that side of things. Like there is a positive to having convenience and having someone that's
They're going to push forward with it, man.
Yeah.
Does it, like, because someone said this. What if one of these robo-taxis crashes and kills someone?
Oh yeah,
And do you know what they're going to be like? Oh, that's pretty sad.
yeah,
Because the value on a person's life is probably, say, 150K.
Yeah.
Whatever's on your
Yeah.
super.
Yeah.
Whatever's on your super.
Yeah.
Which is roughly about
Yeah,
150.
we'll
Unless
put
you've got to put a bit extra in.
we'll put
you
it
know?
down to a number.
Yeah. But that's not how much money they make. You know,
Yeah,
a
exactly.
human's life is, you know, we'll sign a JHA. You know, you just got to sign this
But the argument
user
would then-
agreement the
Yeah.
moment you get in this
Well, the argument-
autonomous robo-taxi.
what is the like? I don't know what the numbers are, but the amount of deaths on the road yearly in every country, like heaps. So the numbers would certainly come down. So even if there was one accident and someone died in an autonomous vehicle, they'd be like, well, 1 versus 7,000.
Probably still blame it on the passenger.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, he had his feet up on the his knees hit his nostril in
So
a perfect angle.
They already have it in the States and a few other places. But in Australia, the autonomous driving, like the Teslas, for example, they drive you wherever you want to go, but it's illegal, I think, still in Australia.
Yeah.
So, like, I have got a friend with a Tesla, and when they drive around, they just put the maps in, and it takes them there.
Oh, yeah.
But if you don't have your hands on the wheel,
Yeah, okay.
so they
But
still
that-
don't drive. They
yeah,
just put
yeah.
their hands on the
Hands on
wheel
the
and
wheel,
let it do it.
Yeah.
So,
Which will change, right? Like,
Yeah,
over
eventually.
time, you know.
yeah. But so Survivor. That was a bit of a segue.
Yeah, that was, you know, it was like a side quest. What we're talking about, you know?
yeah.
Dude, Survivor.
We beat
as
the
I
big
said.
boss.
Yeah.
Now let's go back
Yeah.
to the main battle.
Well, the good thing is, as I said, there's a few countries in there, so you can rep your own country. You know? Like, I'm already getting messages from people in the UK.
Yeah.
I get bit messages from people in Ukraine.
Fuck.
I was like, aren't you getting bombed right now? Like, I get
this-
people Ethiopia. Like, dude, it's a world game. That's
Yeah.
that's the cool part of it. So
Is this one, because I don't know how it works. So even the Australian survivors, are they broadcast overseas?
dude, I think they sell it to maybe different countries. So, say for instance, like most of the time, you know, NZ will get it, UK get it. I don't know if they get it
Yeah.
on their main channels or how they watch it. You know,
Well-
it'd be good if Paramount Plus threw it on there. Like, I know they had it for a while, but
Yeah.
then they kind of pulled it. I don't know.
So I know and the only reason I know this that they do with certain shows, and I'm assuming it's very similar.
Yeah.
They must show it in the UK at least
Oh, yeah, they
because
definitely do.
we met a couple from Scotland.
Dude, they love maths, Australia, dude.
No, this is what I was about to say.
yeah,
So we were
yeah.
watching we were talking to a Scottish couple in Italy, in Rome, and we're just chatting and we're talking whatever TV shows, and he was like, "Oh, she's obsessed with maths, and now I am." And I was like, "Oh, this is like a brutish, like big old
Australian
Scottish."
maths
bloke.
is pretty funny.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh yeah, one of my mates was just on it, Jeff Goebbels. He I think him and his partner, or the one he got matched up with, are the only ones that got. I don't watch it.
stuff,
This is the thing, man. I don't watch, and I don't even watch Survivor. I don't watch any reality TV
Well, this would be
shows.
like, I think you should watch Survivor.
I'll watch this
Yeah,
one.
like,
I'll go
you know,
out of my way to
well,
watch
it's
this.
because it's the first time it's been done, you know.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Dave's on there as well. Like,
Yeah.
you know, there's and you know, at least you get the bag for your
Yeah, I'll
country,
get
you know?
around it. So,
Yeah.
but that was like the point I was making to them. I was like, yeah, even my mate that I
Is it, yeah,
grew
yeah.
up playing
dude,
footy with, like, and
he still didn't
yeah,
watch it.
Yeah, still didn't watch
Dude,
it.
I got mates like that. Some of my best mates still haven't seen one episode of my shit, and I'm like,
Fuck.
I don't know if we're that close of mates.
Yeah, mate, my best mates don't listen to this.
Yeah.
So.
Do you know what? I just forgot the names of your kids.
Yeah, I think my best mate, he listens to most or a fair few episodes, but my sort of, I guess my real strong group of mates is probably if you got like 10, 15 really close mates.
Yeah.
I reckon maybe one or two of them.
Yeah.
They're just like,
Dude,
I'm not listening
I
to you
thought-
talk shit, bro. I hear that enough at the pub. Like, fuck that.
Rehash the same
Yeah,
stories.
exactly.
Heard those stories like 10
Fuck,
times, my bro.
Exactly.
Do you know what's crazy is like the truth is right, and you know, like when you're younger, you hear all these like quotes and sayings and stuff, and the older you get, you realize, you know, like how true they are.
Yeah.
Like how some of your biggest supporters will be people that you never know. You don't know.
Yeah.
Right. So like that's why they say, you know, whenever you start something, don't look sometimes within your own community or your own group of friends because other people will support you.
I think, and I wouldn't say this about my friendship group. I do have a really strong friendship group. They're not listening because they're not supportive. They still message me going, "Fuck, bro, how good's this? You got this person on, fuck, awesome."
Yeah.
So I still get that support.
You're like, did you listen? They're like, no.
They all watch clips. They all watch clips. Oh,
yeah. They like
pod's going well.
Those
like,
10-minute TikTok reels.
Exactly. And but I'll this isn't a reflection on my friends because I do think they are quite supportive. But there are people I would know who would be like, "Fuck, I hate that it's happening to him. Like, why can't it happen to me?"
Always, you know.
And it's they're not assholes. It's just I think everyone has
they're
this
assholes.
inner
Actually, they're full cockheads.
I think they have it's like a deep inner reflection of their own lack of action and what they probably could achieve if they tried to do something else. And but there's also a part of me that's come to this realization, like I'm obviously, and you'd know this, and all the listeners, I'm all about, you know, self-reflection, doing that self-development, trying to be the best version of yourself. But then there's also this part of me that's like, well, and I shared a little part of this yesterday on the story, coincidentally, that like we're not broken. We don't need to be fixed. We're exactly in the most perfect position that we're meant to be as part of our like human development, whether or not that's in a good position or a bad position. Like we've all had bad times. Like look at what situation you've been in for the last year. No one wishes that upon anyone. But that's, I guess, we have to almost have a bit of gratitude for the fact that we exist in the first place to be able to experience it. And this concept of like being a part of nature as to separate from it. Yeah. I've just started to think, well, we are part of that nature experiencing itself, experience. So, like, whether it's good or bad, it is perfect for the balance of the universe and everything that we're experiencing. And just look at it and zoom out from that lens is very difficult because then you come back to your own individual experience. You go, why me? Fuck, I hate this. And that's where you end up going, wow, I'll better get back into that self-development. I better start trying to improve myself. But for me, the issue comes when you rely on the result and the end result. Yeah. If that's what you need to be happy or to find purpose, that's where the issue lies because you're going to eventually achieve that goal.
It's purpose and happiness, right?
Yeah.
So in the end, right, we always chase money because we got bills.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to do something separate, whatever it is. I do a lot of things that I don't make public.
Yeah.
Like I don't sell masks on the street, all right, guys? But I still work.
Well, that other day when I was scanning through Grindr.
I seen you. Subscription, $5 now. Yeah. But the idea is, look, man, as long as it makes you happy, podcasting. I like podcasting. I tried to do it twice.
Yeah.
You know, I ran it back for a while there, but then I had to get a location, and then that was hard, and then I found it exhausting trying to line up guests and designate the time. So that made hard. And then I tried to get it again with Dave, and we did it for a few episodes. Yeah, same gig that fell off. So you've managed. Like some people survive the wave because what do they say as well is like. Once your motivation disappears, it's about discipline, right? And so if you find a bit of discipline, this is fun.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Dude, this is fun. Like, why would you not want to be like, say, find a career that you get paid to talk? Yeah. I thought about doing the radio situation. Yeah. Which could have worked. Maybe still in the future might. Yeah. Who knows? But the same gig, man, is like if you enjoy it, it's like if you enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like I'm playing footy again.
Yeah.
I played footy last week. I haven't played footy in like 8 years, man.
I've seen that. That's sick.
Yeah. And why am I doing it?
Yeah.
Because I like it.
Enjoy it, yeah.
Enjoy it, it's the competitive part of me that comes out on the field.
So my fear is when I tell people that you don't need anything to be happy and you are... Yeah, you are perfect the way you are, and that is that they'll fall into this trap of like, yeah, you're right. Now I don't have to do anything, and so that's not me giving you the green light to not try and improve yourself and live a better life if you want to do, but there is that sort of the attachment and the need for the result to be happy, if you're putting your happiness in that result, then that's an ongoing loop because you'll get to that goal, you'll achieve it, and then you'll be like, okay, what's next? And you're constantly seeking it. Whereas if you...
But that's a human nature thing for everything.
Yes,
you know, whether you're exercising, whether you're trying to make the podcast, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So like I always say, there's too much of a good thing as well can be a bad thing. So it's like when you say, "Oh, I've got 2 guests on today."
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to do 3, bro. Like 3, you're burnt out, man.
Fucking oath,
like I've got nothing else to talk about. Like you might as well start sinking piss right now.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, exactly.
You'd be like, "Oh man, I don't even care about that last guest."
Fucking Luke make me get up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
But you want to pump it all out one day so you can enjoy the next.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, and it's like too much of a good thing ends up being a bad thing. So, but that's something you need to learn as an individual.
Oh, definitely.
For everything.
Balance,
exercise.
Yes.
Too much of a good thing.
Well, but the perfect example is this podcast. Prior to leaving for Europe, I went for 3.5, 4 weeks. I was like, well, I don't want the episodes to stop. I don't want the content to stop. So the week and a half, I probably could have done this a little bit earlier, leading in to make it a bit easier. But the week and a half prior, I pumped out like 4 extra episodes on top of what I was already doing, plus all the clips for it. And by the end of it, because I didn't want to do it while I was away, I wanted to just be like, I'm on holiday. And I got like about 90% of what I wanted to get done. I ended up having to do a little bit on the plane, but that was the sacrifice. You go, right, I'll be disciplined for these 2 weeks, really work my ass off. But by the end of those 2 weeks, I was like, fuck this. And you're right, too much of a good thing. Like, I love podcasts. This is fucking incredible. Right. And to be fair, I've never come back from a holiday excited to come home. Like, this was like... I was like, I'm excited to come home, see my daughter, obviously, but I love my job. This is my job now. Like talking to you, talking to mates, like talking shit, like putting together videos, clips, researching conspiracies, ghost stories, politics, whatever. It's fucking fun. It's the best job in the world.
It's like any hobby
for me,
or any job or whatever you do. Setting it up is hard.
Yeah.
Bolting all this stuff on, thinking about the editing.
Yeah.
Now, what did I say to you? Like what has it been? Like feels like 2 or 3 years since
just
or
been
whatever
in
I
here.
came.
Yeah.
And I remember when it started, but now you've probably found like you can make everything quicker.
So, mate, within 20 minutes, the episode's edited. The only thing it takes a while is how long it takes to upload. So it takes me about 20 minutes to edit the episode at the end, which is basically, you know how we do for listeners, and pulling back the curtain. We do the intro at the end of the podcast. So, and then I just get that bit at the end and I put it at the start. There's a template for the episode for the music and all that, and then bang, it's done.
I'm proud of you, bro.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you because you've stuck at it.
Yeah,
as I said, discipline.
Discipline.
You know.
But I don't know where we were going with all that, but the end point, real
I think
point.
we're just going back to just, you know.
Yeah.
I think you just need to pat yourself on the back.
Yeah.
You know, like the holiday wasn't enough, you know. Now you need to come back and have that.
Yeah.
No.
But I think, the point I was making was that you don't need anything to be happy, but that doesn't mean you stop trying to achieve things at the same time. You should be you are perfect the way you are at that point for exactly where you want to be. Because if you are that comeback story, where you are now, that dire position of the darkest moment of your life right now could be in the next 3 years, that moment you look back on and go, holy fuck, look what I've come back from. So that was the perfect moment for you because look at what's happened. And that sounds hard for someone who's dealing with it at that time. But that's what it is.
Bro, life's fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some days you're like, and that's what the crazy part, right? We're all on a different journey. Like I'm randomly sitting here. I just worked my ass off last night. But I just keep moving and doing what I need to do.
Yeah.
And like worrying about, you know, like people that I love, whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same gig, man, like same shit. You could be like, I wouldn't say hit by a car, but like, you know, shit can happen.
Yeah,
you know?
fucking oath,
And it happens, man. Highs and lows. You can't have the highs without the lows.
That's exactly right.
But anyways, that's just life. But the good thing is, as I said, I got a high coming up. Like, I got the show coming up. Like I already done all that trauma, you know. And
are you doing it? Did I see, I think I've seen Buddha share it.
Yeah, well, so I'm doing a
Like a launch
fundraiser.
Yeah.
So most of the time when I do these shows, I just like chill at home, or I do something private with the family and a few friends and stuff. And then, anyways, because I came out of the hospital for so long, I was like, and then the show, I only found out the show was coming up on the 17th. So I was like, do you know what? Maybe what if I like do a open
watch.
to the public kind of watch party?
Yeah.
And and just see if I can raise some money for the hospital. And anyways, I just
For the hospital itself.
Well, yeah,
Or for you guys?
No, for the hospital. It's all for the hospital.
That's so good.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So I just like randomly just like put it out there. I was like, "Is any venues in in WA that wants to like hold something?" And a really nice lady kind of messaged me and said she got a couple of venues. We kind of worked through them. We found one.
Yeah.
And then, anyways, I started selling tickets. All the money goes there. And then I've got Tom from one of the oyster shucker companies.
Yeah.
He's coming, and Finn Seafood is donating all the oysters. So we're gonna
Sick.
do the oysters. I've got like one of the boys from APL, Clint. He's setting up. We're gonna set up the Survivor games for the kids and
sick.
and proper games, man. Like I'm talking like proper
sick.
competitive games.
Yeah.
We got like special guests coming potentially.
Sick.
Nah, it is coming. It's a big the mascot for the hospital's coming.
Awesome.
Like and all the ex survivors.
Where is it?
Feel that so up at Whitford's Brewing Co.
Oh yeah, sick.
Yeah. So it's up there. Yeah. So it's
awesome.
Yeah, and Shields.
I did that. I built that bar.
Oh, did ya?
Yeah. Well, I built the.
Oh, I'm going to be going there next time. And be like, oh, look at that.
So when I was a sheet metal fabricator, that was. I think I did all of the what would you call the framework, and then Dicko, who does listen from time to time, Shane Dickerson, he built the stainless top. So it was the longest at the time. It was the longest bar in WA.
It is pretty long when you think
it's
about it.
fucking long bar, like straight all the way along there, man.
Yeah.
It feels like it's about 50 meters long, man.
Actually, I wonder if anyone could slide a beer from start to end.
Oh, that would be a challenge.
Yeah.
But it was. I remember.
Good spot. It's a very nice spot. I used to live up in Hillary's and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so,
it's good. And then I think, Buddha and Brendan, they do the. I think it's like I think it's a Tuesday once a month. They do the comedy show up the top there.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good spot, man.
Yeah,
I was literally there the other day.
Do you know what's crazy, man? Like obviously, then I'm running a live auction. Actually, I'm posting it tonight.
Sick. Yeah.
How many cool companies and people have just like the moment I said that I want to do a fundraiser for the hospital and do this watch party and invite everyone. Like, dude, everyone's kind of just come to me and said, "Oh, I'd like to donate this. We'd love to come."
Yeah.
Like it's legit been like, and I don't normally hold these events. I normally go to them, and support. But I've never really, it's like a bit of work arranging, But everyone's kind of come on board, man.
Love that.
Really good donation.
What hospital is it? Charlie's or?
Perth Children's Hospital.
Oh yeah, is that across the road?
Yeah,
on the other side of it. Yeah.
Awesome. So it's and I've always done something I've always been aligned with the Perth Children's Hospital Foundation. I kind of got linked up with them. I guess at the moment my daughter was born, so that's why, you know what I mean. When it's a no brainer for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, it's going to be a good night. If you want to come along, everyone, I can put it in my bio.
So Whitford's Brewing Co. What time on what day?
The 17th starts at 6 p.m.
What's that? 17th is what night is that?
Sunday night. Yeah, show starts at around 7, and look, there's going to be like everyone there.
Sick.
Everyone there, and every single ticket you buy goes to the hospital.
Depending on whether I've got my daughter that night, or even I might even bring her for a couple of hours.
Yeah, bring her.
She can go to school a little tired the next day.
Yeah. Well, surely we wouldn't be too far from where from you anyway.
No, we're up the road, man. So we live on just off Whitford's Ave, so perfect. Yeah.
So it's good, just good to like give back, and then make a night of it as well,
Awesome, man. That's fun.
So that's going to be a good thing, anyways.
Yeah, sick. So what can we expect? I know you. Do you have NDAs and stuff like that?
Yeah, I can't really say too much, man.
Yeah.
Look, all I know that is, it's Australia versus the world. We're going back to Samoa.
Oh, sick. Where was it? Where, like a specific specific island?
Yeah, most of the time it's just like a secluded beach, that's like
With nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Well, there's once you're on that beach, that's where you live. You just live on the.
I was going to ask as well.
It's like dropping you off at Cottesloe Beach, and you're not allowed to come up.
Yeah.
From you like have to sit on the beach.
Fuck. So, do you guys give the cameramen shit and stuff like that, or is it just all hidden cameras? What is?
No. So you have cameramen that obviously film 24/7, but they're not allowed to talk to you.
Yeah.
So they just sit there and film. Like even like if I was giving you shit or whatever, they can't do anything with me giving you shit. And on top of it, like he can't talk to you either. So it's like
I'd be trying to make him crack, man.
Yeah, of course I'd try. Well, especially if you're getting a bit bored or whatever.
Yeah, fucking nice. Yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes, especially this game's so fast. You're just worried about like your own back and.
What do you? So obviously no phone, no nothing,
nothing,
no connection.
No,
What's that? What
if you're wearing those clothes, what you're wearing right now, you're wearing those at the end.
So what do you? What does that feel like? Because that would be incredible to have a bit of
dirty, bro. Like
as
weird.
in the detox. I mean, from my phone and social media and that sort of like constant addiction.
Yeah,
almost.
Well, it's an out of body experience when you come out.
Yeah, wow.
Like when you're walking. It's I starve you, and I say, for instance, make you wear that pair of pants and clothes for potentially 50 days or whatever, then walk out of it and tell me how you feel. Even the boys that at SAS, they were like, you get to that point where you're cracking because you are, you're also like, you're tired.
Yeah. Did you do
but it's fun.
That SAS
it's fun.
thing?
No, I didn't. No, if I did, I'd smash it.
Yeah. Who was it? Who did that? Mitch Johnson, actually. It was Mitch.
It was funny, actually. So I was in a hospital in like October, and they did telethon. So they bring all the they bring the stars. So, And who's that? Ant Middleton.
Yeah.
He was like on the ward, and I had the door shut because Matty wasn't like that well, and he kind of knocked on the door and came in, and he's really nice actually. We had a bit of a yarn, and he was just like, he's like, obviously he did the show and stuff, and then anyways, he's just like, oh, you in here for a bit, and I said, I don't know, maybe like a week, I don't know, you know what I mean?
And then fucking
9 months later, and he's like, I think we're doing another show. If we do, I'll keep you on the mic. And I was like,
oh fuck!
I reckon I'd do it. I'd cakewalk. I reckon when it comes to like things that are hardship and stuff like that, I feel like I go all right.
I feel like I'm pretty good at that as well. Like I think I've unintentionally done that through footy. Like footy, and I always say this: footy camps are very challenging.
Oh, really? What do you mean?
Like you do a pre-season, and then you have like usually a 1 or 2 or 3 day intensive footy camp where you'll go away together for 2 or 3 days, sleeping in fucking
your tents,
whatever the fuck, whatever you're doing, and they try and break you for 2 or 3 days, and I've had some really tough ones. Some of them are a little easier. They're more like, okay, we're just bonding, we're coming together and stuff like that. But I've had some really tough ones where you just like. There was one where it was almost like a military fucking boot camp, and
it'd come down to whoever takes you, right?
It
just wants to prove a point.
Yeah, exactly. And it's stuff like waking us up, like we're all in our chalets and they're waking us up at 2 a.m. Up now. Yeah, no, come and answer this maths question. Like get us all in this thing. They give us a couple of maths questions, and they're not too difficult. We get them done, but the whole idea was to sort of like deprive you from a bit of your comfort and your sleep, shit like that, and pushing fucking utes up the hills, and then doing triathlons and fucking whatever.
You're not cold, motherfucker.
Yeah, and then your emotional stuff is like coming out and finding. Stay hard, motherfucker. Stay hard. So doing all that, and then obviously. Like ultra marathons and all these sorts of things that I do that are quite difficult. I think they've just unintentionally made it. I find it a little easier than I think some other people anyway to get through hardship.
The one other thing that I've actually, this charity thing, the fundraiser for the hospital is obviously, good. But I've always sometimes felt like because obviously now I've done the survivors and I've done these challenges and is actually running my own like, camp.
Yeah.
Where people can sign up, and I take them through certain, challenges and beach things and stuff like that, because
Well, that's interesting because me and Delby often talk about doing a resilience camp.
yeah, well, and that's what it would be, right? But
Yeah.
you would then incorporate a lot of the stuff where it might be, exactly, like a lot of teamwork
Yeah.
stuff, which is, but again, it's like the survivor base, but again, it's very hard when
We wanted to do it,
your life
and I don't know how you do it because it is
it's anything
with
time,
kids.
right?
Is
Yeah,
what we
time,
were,
yeah.
we were thinking
we're
like
doing
doing parents with their
Yeah.
child and come in and work on resilience
on-
together,
yeah.
like both challenging both
yeah,
people
mum
and
and son.
getting people like Greg Hire to help run it.
Yeah.
And, you know,
People that are already in the thing, like Ocean Heroes do their thing.
oh
like,
man, how good's Ocean
yeah,
Heroes?
they're
Like,
they're good.
have you done the swim?
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
Yeah.
I rocked up a few beers deep. Yeah, I had the 1 a.m.
Did you do it last year?
Yeah, not last year. I think after they seen me swim, they're like,
I've done it the last
I don't
2
know.
years.
He only did like one lap in like half an hour. Which
I've done it the last 2 years, and MC'd the last 2 years as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, but only
cool.
it's 24 hours. I'm not MCing for 24 hours,
Yeah.
but I think I do like the first three.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
3
yeah.
hours.
You've been doing a bit of MCing, eh?
Yeah, but I mean, MCing's okay. I'll MC events that I believe in and love.
Yeah.
It sounds Delby doesn't get it. He doesn't get that concept from me. He's like, oh no, take the work, do you know?
Of course. Yeah.
He's a hustle and grind man. And Delby's fucking great at that. Like he's just, he is ridiculous.
Well, you got to if your time's limited.
But yeah, well, I'm just like, no, I'm picking and choosing what I really want to do, something that stands out to me. Like he'll go, oh, can you MC this wedding for me? And I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to do that. Can you MC this quiz night? No, I don't want to do that. Can you? And he'll throw me other ones. So I'm MCing True Grit, which is the military obstacle course, and it's like a 10-kilometer run, but the obstacle course, I love that shit. So I'll take that on, and the MCing for Ocean Heroes, like it's a program my daughter is a part of, which I fucking love, and I love surfing, and I love getting to surf with my daughter as well now, and what the volunteers there do. Of course, I'm going to MC that, and I'll never stop MCing that event as long as they stop. Don't ask me.
So what you're doing is you've picked a few, and so what I've learned is I've done that exact same thing where you don't take on everything because you know what, shit just comes left, right, and center.
That's true.
So I do the hospital.
Yeah.
I do the boxing, the MC for the blue corporate.
Corporate Rumble?
No, not Corporate Rumble. I'm having a mind blank right now. It's got an event coming up in November. I've done it like 5 times. It's like a Blue Tree project. And Soul runs it.
Yep.
Why am I having a mind blank right now? But they, I even boxed. I even boxed one year with them, you know, and raised some money. And I chose the chosen hospital as my charity. Like,
good.
You know, I used to do the Ocean Heroes.
Yep.
You know, but again, it's just you pick the one.
We'll get you back down this
For the
year.
swim.
If you can be. We'll make a hard yarns team.
What, for the swim?
Yeah, we'll get.
Bro,
We'll
I'm
get
a
like
bad
Andy.
swimmer, bro. I was like pulling the rope, man. Like, because after I get
I'm
like
a terrible.
when
You
I
watch
go do
Delby
one lap-
fucking. He'll
Oh,
float.
did he?
He'll float. No, but he'll float to the bottom. But I'll make him do it.
Yeah.
He's Italian. He can't swim.
yeah, look, I'm always happy to put my hand up if the time permits, you know.
Yeah. I
But
think-
after it did suck.
I was like,
It did suck.
we'll get like a heap of
swimming.
guns as well. Like, you know, Andy Donaldson, the world record holder. He's a Perth boy. He's Scottish, but he's a Perth boy. He's a world record. He holds all the. He's the only person to do the seven oceans in a calendar year, and he broke the record swimming around Manhattan Island like last year. He's a gun, so I'll get him. I'll get like Blair Evans, who's obviously
Blair's
but she was in another team last year. I was like, fucking.
Bro, when I was there, they had some guy beside me that like had headphones in. I swear he was listening to like System of a Down or something.
Yeah, and just
and he,
belting it.
He was like the fastest guy.
There's some sick-
and I like nearly jumped in with a snorkel.
Yeah.
Because
oh man,
I could snorkel for days, but
First-
swimming.
First year I did it, I had a gig at 2 a.m. in the morning. Not a gig, like I was swimming my thing at like 2 a.m. in the morning. It's freezing cold.
I hate swimming.
And I started cramping in my calves, and you're swimming for 2 hours. And I was like, I was fucking broken.
Never.
But the next year was a lot easier. I think I swam a little bit in the in the lead up. I didn't just rock up and swim like the last time. But mate, it's such a good Such a good
there's
cause.
a lot of good causes, man, in Perth, You know, I feel like Perth is we got a lot of good people.
Yeah.
You know, and you find those same people like yourself, and there's like small groups that all just kind of keep rotating and always, you know, showing up for those causes.
Definitely. Oh, there's a core group of people in Perth that are doing it. I think as well. Like you see, like fortunately, they're all coming on the podcast, so we're sort of connected to a lot of them, and it's really good. Like Buddha and the Grin Reapers as well, they're doing the same sort of shit. But mate, so before the episode, I was telling you we've been loving the ghost stories.
Oh, yeah.
And you told me, fuck, I got my own ghost story. So what's your ghost story?
All right. So we're at a mate's house, and dude, I believe in ghosts, right? Just put it down.
Yeah.
So, and the reason why is because I'm saying I've seen one, and I'm telling you, like 100%. So what was we were sitting on a couch like this, and there's the window. They got like the front of the house, so you know you can kind of see at the front of the house because there's that main window. Yeah. And then over there was like a door. So over to this way was the front door. Yep. But to walk past the window, it's like bricked in. So for you have to walk past the window, then you knock on the front door. But the only way for you to get back, like away from the door, is have to walk back past.
Window,
right?
Yeah. So you'd see
so
anyone
if someone
knocking.
walked past, you'd be like, okay, he's going to knock. And if you didn't knock and wanted to leave, you'd have to walk back past the window. So I'm sitting on the couch with a mate. Anyways, we're all talking. Like we're actually sitting in this position because there was a couch that way.
Yeah.
And as we were talking, I was like, yeah, you know, whatever. I think a few of them were, I don't know, smoking, whatever. Yeah. And anyways,
smoking what?
Smoking the fresh air. The devil's lettuce. But anyways, the this guy walks past the window. Right? Swear to God, he walks past, and I was like waiting for the door. To knock. Anyways, and I was talking, and the door didn't knock. Yeah. And I was like, and I went, "Wait, someone just walked past your front of your window." Yeah. And then my mate goes, "Yeah, I was waiting for him to knock," and that's what I was thinking. Yeah. And I was like, "Nah, no way." So I ran up, jumped out the door, no one. And I was like, "Dude, there's no one walked back past." I was like, "I swear to God." Anyways, he walked past like this, right? So imagine me walk past. He was like held fast, but his face was blurry and he was like a big white man. Swear to God. And then I was like, I swear that someone walked past your window, and the only way they would have to walk back. And then the guy who lived there with a few other boys, he goes, "Yeah, the house is haunted." And he goes,
"Thanks for telling us."
Yeah, he goes, and I was like, well, they go, "But he's only good ghosts." It's something about his mum and that. He goes, "There's only good ghosts here." I was like, "Bro, I'm telling you, he looked like a bad ghost." I was like, "He looked like a bad ghost," and I'm gapping it. And he was like, "Well, we've got to still live here and shit." And I was like, anyways, fuck. To this day, seen it like that's not that's some real life.
That's some crazy.
Whether it was like the one thing is because it was a human. Yeah. It wasn't like a ghost dog. Or a ghost so the
alien.
Face
being blurry.
It was a ghost white man with a blurred face.
The face being blurry is a common thing because when I seen a ghost on the end of my bed when I was younger, it wasn't blurry, but she was covering her face like that.
Oh, okay.
So I couldn't see her face. So maybe this is a common thing in regards to like face. That. Yeah, well, she was trying to comfort me.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Well, I was young, so
yeah.
But I remember that it was a stormy night, and she was patting me on the back, and I thought it was my mum comforting me in a storm, just looking after me. Turn around, there's this old lady on the end of my bed, with hands. I still remember it.
I know. We're just like I'm going to tell this other story that was pretty funny because obviously it was like it was around the same property. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But one time when I was younger, I was walking back to my car, which was like say around the corner from that place. Yeah. All right, totally different. Had nothing to do with ghosts or anything. Yeah. Anyways, and you know when you're like young and you're like, I think we were like Little Stone or whatever. Young, you know. And then anyways, I was walking, and then you know when the lights go, you kind of get into your car. It goes light, dark, light, dark. Yep. Anyways, and I'm walking. The next minute, as I'm kind of like getting to the lights and dark, I was thinking, fuck, I just want to get back to my car. Like, you kind of want to run in the dark and then walk in the light. Yeah. Anyways, as I'm walking, I look over and there's this statue of a dog at the front of this house.
Okay.
And I was like, Like that statue looks like a dog, like a real life dog.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, that's crazy how much that statue looks like a dog.
Yeah.
And then the dog's head statue went like,
Oh.
it was a real life dog, man. Like big statue looking dog was real life dog sitting on the front of this person's house. Bro, starts charging me.
Like a real dog.
So
like
I'm getting chased by a dog. I don't know. Have you ever been chased by a dog? Like a
don't
proper
think so.
dog.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I've
like-
been chased but behind a fence on a strawberry field.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. Strawberry when it's
Like
like,
a sausage dog.
yeah, mate, no,
In the bedroom.
young. When I'm young, like 17, like walking home from 'cause Wanneroo, we used to have all our parties were on the properties.
Yeah, okay.
And if I lived in the suburbs part of Wanneroo, I'd have to walk home.
Yeah.
And it'd be like you're walking through strawberry fields and all the strawberry farms,
Yeah.
which is all housing now. But when I was a kid, it was all strawberry farms and fucking market gardens. And the dogs would be
Chasing.
running up and down the fence lines, fucking barking and yelling at you. But
Well, the dog ended up chasing me, man. Anyways, I ran and jumped on this fence, and then I jumped from this fence to this on the roof of this house now. And there's this dog's just barking, and he's got me cornered on the roof now.
Oh my God.
You know, and it's like 11 o'clock at night.
yeah.
And so, anyways, they've got this side gate. Out comes this guy that looked like John Hopewadi, bro. Like the biggest, like
big boy.
yeah, biggest Samoan looking
Holy
angry guy, bro. Like,
shit.
and I'm on his roof now, and it's 11 o'clock at night. He probably thinks I'm breaking in.
Yeah.
Dude, he walks out with this massive PVC pipe that
Yeah.
was like, dude, it was like 5 meters. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know, what was he like
A spud
about
gun?
to do some retic at like 11 o'clock at night? I didn't
Yeah.
even know why he was up anyways, but he come out to investigate.
Yeah.
Sees me on his roof. This dog's got me cornered, and I swear he looks at me, he looks at the dog, and then goes, and smashed this like PVC pipe into 1,000 pieces on the ground. And the dog was like, ran off, bro. And then I jumped off this roof, jumped down, and I was like, oh, hey, bro, you know,
Hey, bro.
bro, about to go do the hungry, you know. But then I was like, dude, yeah, oh, so sorry, that dog, you know, chased me. And then I swear he only went like this. Like he growled at me, bro, and I was like, "Oh, well, that's my
That's my what?
yeah, I'm out of here now."
Move
You know
along,
what I mean? If
notice,
it's not
please.
the ghost, it's the dogs. Like this is a bad area.
Fucking hell.
Probably ghost dog. Who knows, bro?
Yeah, fucking hell.
Anyways,
Oh well, I got a couple to read you that our listeners have sent. If you
oh,
want to hear
you
them,
got what did you got?
I got our listeners send us shitloads.
Oh, bullshit.
yeah, man, yeah, fucking
Okay.
hectic. So let's have a little look. I've taken a couple of screenshots. So, for context,
Yeah.
I think I told you Delby read one ghost story like
Okay.
fucking 2 years ago, and we clipped it up just for a bit of fun, went viral, and now we get every day. I get hundreds of
ghost
messages and ghost stories. Yeah,
wow. Okay.
but it's sort of my own doing because once I clipped one up and then I read more and then I clipped them up and then everyone's like, "Oh, these guys read ghost stories."
Yeah.
so it's,
But
but
it's good. You start off the clip like this. Ooh.
yeah, exactly, man. All right, so let me find these. Okay, I'll start with a longer one. Okay, well, actually, I'll start with this one. This one's pretty cool.
Okay.
All right. My mother-in-law had been battling cancer for a long time and was on her last legs. Late one night, I was shutting down the Canara wood heater. It was 1:20 a.m. and I felt her presence in the room. I asked, "Have you gone, Mum?" I heard a faint yes. I went to bed not long after, but made sure I told my partner, "I think Mum's gone." We were awoken from a phone call at around 6 a.m. from my sister-in-law telling us that my mum had passed away. I asked her when. She answered 1:20 a.m., which is exactly when she felt that presence. That's a okay one. It's a bit creepy, but it's
Felt that cold air.
you felt that cold presence. This is a banger. As a young kid, I was growing up, my foster mum always used to check on me before she went to bed at 11 p.m. on the dot to make sure I was okay. One evening, she had difficulty breathing and ended up having a heart attack. I was 13 at the time. I tried my best to save her, but she died at 8:34 p.m. Later that night, I'm staying at a friend's house about a 15-minute drive from my house. I'm sleeping in one of the spare rooms. I remember getting this feeling of the room going cold. and looking at the red digital clock on the shelf above my head, it was exactly 11 p.m. I looked over to the door, which was slightly ajar, and there was my mum standing there in the 90 that she died in, smiling and letting me know she's okay. She came back to check on me one last time. That one's like...
I'll be like,
having seen, well, you've just said you've seen one as well. Having seen a lady sitting on the end of my bed, I know how fucking creepy that is.
Yeah.
And so,
yeah. Well, it depends. Depends what the lady's wearing.
All right, here's another one. I got 3 more. All right, so after my best friend died, he started communicating with me from the other side. One of the strangest things that happened was getting a notification on Instagram that said, "You have a new close friend." When I clicked it, it was his account that had added itself to my close friends list. I never use this feature and never have. To this day, he's the only person on this list. So to add someone to your close, you have to go out of your way and add them.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that is a bit of a strange one. Yeah.
Bit of a strange one.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more. This one's pretty cool.
Yeah.
This one's actually just like, not ghost, but like very, very
cool.
cool.
There's always the coincidences.
100%. Like,
but that's why I say, like, you know, because I've had heaps of coincidences.
Yeah,
but
of course.
That day I seen
You've
real
seen that
life
shit.
motherfucking ghost. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, this one's cool because this one's either the most incredible coincidence of all time or she predicted something. So I had a dream. My coworker gave birth in our shop. She wasn't pregnant in real life. The butcher from next door was there and said something funny. I can't remember what it was. But the next day I went in, Connie, my coworker, was in, and the butcher walks in saying the exact words he said in my dream. So I ran to the chemist and got a pregnancy test and demanded she take it. It was positive. 7 months later, she went into labour in the shop and the butcher was in the room when she had her first contraction.
Oh, wow.
One thing I'd be asked, is the butcher the dad?
Yeah, the butcher's been making a couple of extra sausages in the back there. There's definitely some something going on in there.
And this one's the last one. This one's okay. While my mum was in hospital, when I went in to visit her, she asked if I saw her mum when I came in. I told her, no, Grandma died 20 years ago. But my mum insisted that we must have passed each other on the way out because she'd just left. My mum died the next night. So that's one of those situations where, like, you constantly hear about, you know, when you're close to your deathbed, you start to see your loved ones around you, and my granddad was the same. Like I remember him saying, he said he was surrounded by his loved ones and whatnot. Yeah. That's a nice one. I think like that's her mum coming to visit her. Saying, I'm going to escort you.
Yeah, they're always good for, I think, family members to have that last bit of comfort, you know.
Yeah.
Especially like because I lost my grandma this year as well.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's like, you know, when you know they're gone.
Yeah.
But you can't sometimes be by their side at every minute. So sometimes someone's there for that last breath, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think we had we had a psychic medium on earlier in the year. Thelma.
Oh, did you?
Have you heard?
I've listened to most
she's fucking good. Thelma's really bang on.
Oh, did she do a reading on you?
On me in the podcast. True. And now
I wonder if I always feel like I've never done one.
Yeah, so she got about like 50% bang on. And I was wow, that's sick. Yeah, but there was like 50% where like I was like, oh, okay, I don't know what you're in reference to. But it was always like, okay, within the next year, this is what's going to happen. And she started making reference to my dog and saying like, oh, is he sick? And I was like, yeah, we've got him booked in for a vet appointment next week. And she's like, I'm not saying anything, but, you know, he will be greeted and met with love from your granddad as he passes. Whenever that happens.
Next minute you catch her on camera and she's like sipping
something in his fucking dog bowl.
Told you your dog would die. I told you.
Vindication. But yeah, so poor buddy, he like we took him in for what we thought was like a urinary tract infection and ended up having fucking riddled with bladder cancer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that was stuff like that. She didn't know that was going to happen, and even things like taking a what were like getting offered a trip to New Zealand.
Yeah.
And if you get offered that trip to New Zealand, you got to take it. Basically, you're going to work in New Zealand, take that opportunity, something along those lines.
Yeah.
And yeah, like about 2 months later, I got offered a trip to New Zealand to do some work. So I took.
Yeah, I definitely believe in it, man. Like there's that sixth sense, you know, and it's like not, you know, you're never always on point, but sometimes you get that feeling, you know, that spidey sense, something else is going to happen, or this is going to, you know, your time or whatever. I don't know, man. Sometimes that's why. If I believe in ghosts, I believe in other shit as well. You know,
she said, like even just to begin with, like I'm getting the father on your mother's side, and what the way life or the way this happens for me is they show me pictures of things that I understand. Yeah. So my kid loves the Wiggles. Yeah. And they're showing me Henry the octopus. So is his name Henry? And I was like, yes, his name's Henry. Yeah. And then she said that.
As if she's like, I have a feeling that your kid likes a game starting with R and finishing with X. Roblox? Yeah, Roblox.
How did you know that? What? Are you kidding me? Yeah. I'm always suspect of hucksters.
Well, of course, right. But you know, to keep it simple, you know, Tyler Perry?
Yeah.
That person?
Yeah.
He has to be like, you know, I used to has to have some sort of like.
Is that the
when he just squiggles on the page?
Is that the gay kid?
That white skinny.
Yeah, he's clearly gay as well.
Well,
eh?
it has to be.
Okay.
Has to be.
Talks like this.
Yeah,
like I mean,
it's like everyone talks like that. They're like, "Hey, I'm not gay.
I'm not gay. I'm just
Mike Tyson.
I just like dicks in me."
He's like has to be someone that's like,
mate. He's really good. He's
That's it has to be. You know, well, I look at it as stuff where just even my son he's like, you know, autistic. Yeah. Like he was doing maths. Like I've got something on my phone, but he was doing maths equations when he was like 7. That was like I'm nearly fucking 40. Yeah. But that I can't do.
Have you
at this point? I was like, right, you know, he's doing shit that I could like. He could do stuff that a calculator like.
Yeah.
Like you.
Have you
to decimal points and shit? Like it's crazy, man.
Telepathy tapes. I'll send it to you. I'm only actually, to be fair, I'm lazy when it comes to listening to things. But it's a podcast.
I can put them away.
Podcast series, and there's like 10 episodes. And there's this lady who investigated non-verbal kids with autism.
Okay.
And then they ended up all being telepathic.
Yeah. Well, I believe in it. That we're all built in certain ways.
Well, they find a different way of communicating. Like they're non-verbal, but they can communicate through another sense.
Some sort of chemistry,
almost
brain,
through, or probably almost through necessity.
Well, you look at Elon Musk, how he's like sitting there and he's like, you know, you got all the forks and stuff, and he's doing stuff. He thinks different, right?
Yeah. Mate, you look at him and you think, I look at Elon and go, that guy's a robot.
Oh yeah, well,
his processing speed,
exactly.
Because he will sit there and you like. I remember watching the first time watching him on Joe Rogan and listening to it.
Yeah,
and I kept on thinking
he's a robot.
No, I kept on thinking my episode had stopped because he wasn't saying anything.
Yeah, because he thinks,
like, what do you think about this? And then he would stop, pause,
and he gives the best answer.
Yeah, like, and I'm like, oh, he's buffering his answer.
Yeah, well, it is. Yeah, it is. It's buffering. It's like the AI where it goes.
But I don't see him pause and stop anymore. It's like the buffering speed's improved and AI is better. So I reckon I feel like if anyone's going to be a robot or an artificial intelligence and they're the first version of it on the planet, it's him.
Has to be, yeah. Like he's the first Terminator.
yeah.
It has to
Sarah
be,
Connor and John Connor just going, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, and there has to be more of him.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
well, there's 11 of him, isn't there? Look at how many kids has he got?
Yeah,
he's got like 11 or something ridiculous.
Oh,
like
I didn't know that. Yeah,
has he got 9 or 11 kids?
That's crazy.
And they're like baby daddies. Like.
I heard a funny story the other day. So I've shared something about Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
And that he's did this really emotional thing with his daughter about how he was like, you know, going through his whole tapes on how he was such a crazy fighter and all this stuff. Anyways, and that I found out that daughter's not even his daughter.
Mm.
He actually had a daughter with a lady back in like 1986 or something crazy, right?
Yeah.
And he never supported him. He continued with his career and completely like disowned him.
Yeah.
That she ended up moving to LA with her boyfriend, became homeless, and he was aware of it, and he still didn't help, even though he's worth like multi-millionaire, like, you know,
Yeah.
he's worth like 400 million or something crazy.
Yeah.
And that daughter that I thought was his daughter isn't even his daughter, is like a pretend step in.
What?
Yeah, dude, crazy. I was like, so in my head, I was like, I love, you know, Jack Chan.
Yeah.
But he's obviously, write it in chat GBT.
Okay. Should I do it now?
Yeah, write it now. Yeah, write and say, what's the story about Jackie Chan and his daughter? Dude, because obviously, like, you know, you think, oh, he's obviously a good dad. Like, the dude can kick people in the head from, like, upside down and, you know, one of the biggest stars. But he's had this weird relationship with, like, you know, his daughter that is somehow, like, homeless and living on the street and doing it hard her whole life while he's, like, swimming in cash. Like,
Yeah.
but like, you know, who's to know the ins and outs? But the story behind it wasn't. Yeah. Anyways, read it out.
Is there usually there's a summary, hey?
Yeah, it should just say summarize the story between.
I hope this. Okay, so hopefully this is the same
Yeah.
thing, but it says Jackie Chan's daughter Etta Ng,
Yep.
was born from an affair in 1999 as he lived life largely out of the public. And has lived a life largely out of the public eye, raising herself, coming out as a lesbian, marrying, and even facing homelessness, all while estranged from her father. Let me know if you want to go deeper into any part of the story.
But there's no
the relationship remains estranged. Etta herself said back in 2015, "He's not my dad. I have no feelings for him. He is my biological father, but he is not in my life."
But then she's like supposedly fallen on real hard times, you know?
Yeah.
But
Homeless.
anyways, I just thought like when he was doing that video, that girl was his daughter.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah. Interesting.
That's
Something I didn't know, you know.
why
One of those fun facts.
Why would he? Would he be like, no? There's this.
Oh,
there's
look,
no.
you know, when there's a I guess a relationship that's failed between a parent and a child. If the child wants nothing to do with that parent, even if they reached out, well, that's you know.
Is this his denial for his probably his at the time current wife, I guess, or maybe just to say no, she's not. She's lying. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, you know, it's like an
Jackie!
individual thing. Yeah, Jackie. That's what I'm saying. But again, you know, like who knows? You know.
Okay.
Maybe she's like fully disowned him. So if you're being disowned by someone, still throw them some money. You know,
Yeah,
get them
yeah.
back on their feet.
Yeah,
you know what I
exactly,
mean?
man.
Like,
But
anyways.
mate, really appreciate your time. Is there anything you want to plug before we finish up?
Yeah, look, just as I said, if this gets out hopefully in time.
Yeah, come out today. I'd say,
Oh, yeah. Sweet,
Or actually,
man.
I might save it for Monday, so it gets
Yeah.
the new week
Yeah,
launch.
well, listen, all I got to say is get a ticket to the event. Come down, be a good, nice family event. Every cent from it goes to the hospital. I'm going to have an auction up, you know, online as well. So,
Sick.
Get behind the fundraiser. I think more the merrier.
Awesome. And if not, if you don't get there, watch Survivor and cheer you on.
That's the way.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
All right, cheers for coming on, man.
Thanks, brother.
All right, hooroo.